Over 128 teams covering over 25 countries signed up for the Corsair Vengeance Cup. It's now down to just two before you see CLG.eu and Moscow5. $6,000 for the winner, $3,000 for the runner-up. The only question left to be answered is who is going to take first spot. I'm Matt, joined by Enzi. You're watching Chaos TV, and we are live into game number one. This is going to be awesome.
Live we are, and we see CLG straight away off the bat, pushing straight towards that Wraith camp. Diamond Prox is aware, he's going to back away. Tryndamere on Alex Ich is going to go around the corner. Slight glimpse of all the CLG players backing away there of Wraiths. The ward did go down in that burst. They see Diamond Prox crossing right now. Kog'Maw has to be careful. He's backing away down that river as well, while Nunu is defending as well. And it looks like Maokai is going to start at these Wraiths. Pretty standard stuff. But Vince, back to these teams. Wow.
It's honestly, I can't explain how excited I am, dude. They're just awesome. Both of them awesome. You would have to say that CLG's friend is going to be Armor here. You know, you've got the likes of Elise in, you've got Yorick, you've also got Tryndamere on top of that. I'm assuming Tryndamere is going to be going AD, of course, which he is, because seen their 71 attack damage. So Armor should be their friend. But having said that, Kog'Maw cuts through Armor so easily. It's very difficult here to see how CLG are going to be able to combat this towards the mid to late game. And it's going to be Wraiths. We are going to see a team fight kicking off here, potentially, as it's going to be a 3 versus 2 situation. Anivia's taking a lot of damage here. Is Frog going to use a flash? Yes, he is, through the wall. And that's just to escape with his life. So flash has been popped, Enzi. When you have likes of a Tryndamere with his mocking shout and Lee Sin in the jungle, that could prove to be critical in mid.
Absolutely. That kind of backfired on CLG right there. Wicked did go in for that steal, but Darien is going to come into maybe close contact soon with Wicked, but no, they are just going to go back to the lane, get the CS, no problem whatsoever. But yeah, just like you said, you know, Armor is their friend, but at the same time, you kind of have to feel that Kog'Maw, if he can withstand this early game, can cut through them. Tank for bot lane, we see CLG.eu going under a lot of pressure, while Genji is going to apply some pressure back on towards Krepo, but nothing is going to come of it, as Alex is just going to stay in that mid, farming it up. But Froggen did have that passive off as well, so that was also an option if he did fall. So that's the great thing about Anivia. But it looks like bot lane, pretty standard stuff, just getting that CS and such. But I am so interested how this mid is going to go. Alex actually relatively low right now. Has had to chug away on a couple health pots already. So Anivia doing a very good job against Alex right now as well. As Alex has to die straight away. And here comes Snoopy. Flash over the wall. And there's the snare. Alex has to flash away. The Ignite is ticking down, but Alex should be able to get away with just enough HP up, and yes, he will. So a flash has been burnt off Maokai and Tryndamere as well. That was a great attempt from Maokai right there, and that's the kind of stuff you want to see from Maokai. These early ganks coming in with that snare, so good.
Yeah, and Anivia, of course, can just basically hold off Tryndamere if she's aggressive in mid, because, of course, she does have the range advantage. Although, having said that, Tryndamere, with his first ability of Bloodlust, can have a fairly decent amount of sustain, healing himself back up every now and again. So, definitely one to watch out for. Have to feel this top lane is going to favour Darien fairly heavily. He can spam away those abilities as Yorick, and Shen really is going to be under the cosh all day long. Either way, bot lane, going to see a bit of a exchange kicking off here as the Ice Blast has been used there from Nunu. And I think the reason why Kog'Maw didn't elect to go in a bit more aggressively is his HP is rather low. Didn't want to try and counteract that one. Now going to see a stun coming in from Leona. Corki onto Nunu. And as we said before, Enzi, this is a kill lane right here. Leona and Corki, very strong combination.
Yeah, absolutely, and they're going to keep that harass up, although CLG.eu is replying with some as well. So it looks like Krepo and CLG.eu both going to be congregating in the same bush right now, as Genji is going to be pushing this lane, trying to zone out the CLG players. As mid, it looks like Alex is going to push right now. He has picked up that 4 HP pots, currently on 15 CS to Anivia's 25, and you must say that just forget that. Krepo has already gone in. Stun has been landed, but the flash coming away from Genji. CLG.eu now going to maybe get focused down. Ooze as well there, just in case. I was going to say something, then I was like, oh wait, there's something happening a bot. So I just interrupted myself real quick there. But I was going to say, you kind of have to feel that Tryndamere definitely relies on farm and obviously kills. So if Anivia can stop him from getting that farm early on, then that will set them up very nicely. Because the last thing you want is a fed Tryndamere can really carry the game home for his team. That's what we saw last time. We saw Tryndamere in the lineup of Moscow5, was able to get that farm, able to get them kills. and he capitalized on it and did a hell load of damage. And here comes Lee Sin, is going to go straight towards mid, but he is just going to jump towards his ally, his teammate, just to get to that Wraith camp a bit quicker.
Yeah, as you said before, it was against Team Red by Italy. I believe it was the first round of the upper brackets. Could be wrong on that one, but he did such a good job there in the mid lane. This time it's not quite going the same way in his favour. He has managed to claw his way back a tiny bit, 25 creep score now, and thought for a second maybe Maokai was going to start to make a move on towards mid, but that's not going to be the case. Maokai will be recalling, and surprise, surprise, Diamond Prox is going to go for the counter jungle. Who would have thought it?
Yeah, Diamond Prox always really good with that counter jungle. He is actually going to come behind Anivia right now. There's the Monkey Shout coming in from Alex and actually missing the Q. He did Diamond Prox right there. And now Anivia is going to take the chance to just bash away a little. Well, a couple shots on towards Alex there, but nothing really going to come of it, as Corki is going to be able to get the golems along with Leona as well. Maokai has been spotted in that bush due to that ward. Diamond going to put his own ward down, actually. Snoopy actually going in towards the enemy jungle. Diamond is in that bush, and Alex Itch is just making the effect that he does not know Snoopy's there, but Diamond has come out, did see Snoopy. Snoopy sees him. And nothing is going to come of that one. Pink's coming out at bot lane. Gosu Pepper in that bush. Crepo as well. Corky going to come from the side. And here comes Crepo and Yellow Pete right now. They're going to go on towards Gosu Pepper. Ooze goes down though. And they are not going to try and push the envelope any further. So no kills exchanged. 500 gold in it. And I'm just waiting for that first blood to come.
It could take a while, Lindsay. We've heard a lot of kind of teasing pushes from both the junglers, a lot of action as well, a lot of summoner spells being burnt and used, but no kills. And this is definitely reminiscent of last night, where I think it was 13 to 15 minutes through the game before we saw CLG or Against Authority break the deadlock. Could definitely be going the same way. And you have to say, this favours the likes of a Tryndamere, this favours the likes of that bot lane on Kog'Maw as well. Alongside Corki, you have to say, very even at that bot. Both of these two AD carries really do need the farm. And the question is though, Enzi, I mean, are we going to be seeing Yellow Pete opt for the same build that Genja does? Every single time Genja plays Corki, he takes a Trinity Force.
It's possible, but we're just going to have to wait and see. I mean, Trinity Force on Corki, very strong, as we all know. So we're just going to have to wait that one out, I guess, and see what does happen. Let's have a quick look at a few of the builds. Tryndamere has gone back, built up them double Dorans. Kog'Maw's gone back as well, a Doran's Blade and cloth armor. Corki, on the other hand, has double Dorans as well. And in the mid, Anivia with that tier of the goddess. Up top, we do see Shen with that cloth armor and Merc Tredge. Yorick has got the free health pots, the tier of goddess, and the site wars. But bot lane, we see a bit of action as Corki has had to jump away, as Genja did actually get some pressure applied to himself actually there, but did try and fight back on towards Yellow Pea and Crepo there, but that was not going to happen. The ward is in front of Dragon, so if Moscow5, as we all know and love what they do, they go for them sneaky little Dragon attempts, they're going to be able to see that and try and stop that from happening.
Yeah, and every time we've seen Diamond Prox taking that Lee Sin, they do try the odd two-manning of Dragon early on, because of course Lee Sin's Safeguard does give him or an ally a nice little shield, and the lifesteal on top of that very useful for picking up those buffs, and of course the dragons and such. So definitely one to watch out for as this game unfolds. Let's have a quick look at top lane. Haven't really mentioned them too much because it's been pretty much a farming fest up there. Shen's picked up 55 creep score. Yorick slightly ahead on 62, has Tear of the Goddess. I would probably bet my house on him taking the Mana Moon net, and Shen has in fact told that thought we're going to have some more action at bot lane. Kog'Maw should be going down here. This could be first blood. He has managed to flash away. Can he actually survive this one? Answer is a no, as the blade comes in from Shen, and now the action is going to be focused onto Gosu Pepper, who is in no man's land and behind enemy territory, but they're not even going to bother with that kill. Very smart play here from CLG. Don't want to be chasing down the support. They're going to pick up Dragon instead.
A Dragon for CLG, but you have to feel right now that, you know, Moscow5, despite this early advantage coming out for CLG, they have a very late game based team. You know, they have the likes of Kog'Maw, they have the likes of Tryndamere. So even if they do fall behind Moscow5, quite a big deal, I can definitely bet my house on them possibly coming back because of their late game team. But we're just going to have to see. I think this game is going to be an absolute cracker. So we have started our first blood, did come in for the likes of the Shen and the Dragon as well. So that is going to separate the gap a little bit. Alex is going to try and get that farm wall. Does go down as the Ice Ball did miss. as Kog'Maw and Nunu back in lane right now. Yellow P all alone as Leona did go back. So they are just going to take this opportunity to push that lane forward as Froggen is going to recall while Alex farms up in mid. But apart from that first blood, still farming it up, farming it up. But I can guarantee you, Vince, later on in this game goes, Tryndamere, Kog'Maw and the fights being developed are going to be so good.
Yeah, we mentioned Tryndamere before was behind on creep score, and he's now ahead by 5. That goes to show how well he's been forming in mid. But of course, that dragon is definitely going to favour the Anivia overall. Either way, Tryndamere has picked up 2 Doran's blades, has the boots of speed, and about 1,200 gold in his back pocket, so he is good to go relatively soon. Question is he going to save up and try and buy an item outright, or is he going to go back and get the likes of a BF sword or something similar? Only time will tell. Either way, that looks like both the junglers are more than happy just to keep in their own jungle, not going to bother countering, not going to bother going for those ganks. Having said that though, Diamond and Prox is slowly but surely making his way towards that bot lane, and as the creeps are pushed away from the tower, he could manage to get into this bush. In fact, that's not going to be the case, as now the creeps have died, and he's actually just going to lurk around a bit longer. It seems caught in two minds, Enzi. Like, he does want to go for that gank, but at the same time, he wants to just bide his time and wait for the opportune moment to strike.
Yeah, I think when that lane is actually fully pushed, I think maybe he'll go for it. He is going to make maybe a transition round, but yeah, he's definitely caught in two minds, but he is just going to back away here. And I forgot to actually mention, when we saw Diamond Prox with that Lee Sin, he was so good. So I'm really looking forward to him landing these Qs, his kickbacks and such, and ganks coming in. But we haven't really seen any successful ganks from Diamond Prox so far. He's just palming it up, waiting for opportunities to come in, as Wicked is going to come under a bit of harassment from Darian, as Maokai has been spotted. Well, no, that's actually his teammate. Completely forget that, but he did get spotted actually by the wars, so I can proudly say that I was correct, and he did get spotted.
Correct inadvertently, indirectly, yeah. But correct all the same, and that's what matters. But yeah, either way, at the top lane again, Darian is just going to keep pushing that lane back, and it's very difficult for Shen here, Enzi, because, you know, all of Yorick's abilities put out that ghoul, of course, which is going to consistently push and harass Shen back. That is reflected in the sense that he's currently a level behind. So he's going to try and last hit as many of these creeps as possible underneath the tower, doing a fairly decent job, but he is starting to fall further behind Yorick. Yorick at 105 creeps, has the Mana Moon, as I said before. Shen on 81. After 13 minutes, that's a fairly big gap starting to open up. Blue is going to go the way of Anivia, going to allow her to spam. Of course, Tryndamere has no use for Blue whatsoever. So it really starting to unfold nicely here, Enzi. And Lee Sin's actually going to get caught very hard from Anivia there. She has gone back and bought up the Chalice of Harmony and the Tear of the Goddess as well. So she's not going for direct damage straight off, more sustain in the lane and spammability. Lovely stuff.
Yeah, Snoopy is actually going to come up top. It looked like he was going for the gank. Wicked was actually trying to bait Yorick out. Wicked's very low on HP, so he's trying to get Yorick to maybe go for that tower dive. Wasn't the case though, so Snoopy couldn't take advantage of it, and Darian is going to stay in the lane. But, you know, laning against a Yorick is very hard because of the constant harass he can bring to the table, and especially against the likes of Shen. So we're just going to have to see how that unfolds. Genji at the bot lane, whoa! He is going to go down, as I was actually looking at top because Snoopy was all on his own, and Diamond Prox and Darian were there, so I was just waiting. But yeah, bot lane, another kill exchange actually.
Tryndamere dangerous in mid there, actually. Dangerously low health from Anivia, but he is going to pull back, and this is one of the main strengths of Anivia with blue buff. She can keep her ultimate down, she can keep spamming the flash frosts and everything else that comes along with Anivia, and it's very difficult, especially as a melee-based character, to stay one-on-one, toe-to-toe with a character like that. At top lane though, Enzi, really nice kick from Lee Sin. He saw Shen actually hold that thought as Maokai is going to be jumping with the Twisted Advance onto Lee Sin. The flash frost only just missing, but a beautiful wall. Doesn't matter though, as of course Lee Sin can use that safeguard to jump back onto Tryndamere, and he's going to be just fine. As I was saying before I interrupted myself though, Lee Sin actually kicked away, I think it was Maokai at the top lane underneath the tower as soon as he saw that Shen ultimate coming down. Really good play from him, kicking him through the wall, and basically took any of that danger out of the equation before it even became a factor.
Yeah, really nice stuff indeed. And talking to Lee Sin, did just actually get that blue buff, is actually going to go back now, as Alex is just going to stay in the mid, farming against Froggen. Froggen's so good with that blue buff, can just pop that armor off and just clear the minions, no problem whatsoever. Bot lane, we do see Genja with the one kill No, not Genja. Yellow Pete, sorry, with the 1 kill, and Genja with the 0-2. So Yellow Pete just ahead, and Wicked. Let's have a quick look at CS actually. 101 to 124. So like you said, you know that you know the minion gap is starting to kind of increase here. And Darren is actually going to go on towards Wicked, but he is going to be able to dash away here. Maokai is going to make the transition and the move maybe into the opposition jungle. The answer is no. He is going to put that ward down, and now he's going to make his way towards Dragon. Remember, they did get this first Dragon, so they definitely have that timer down, or maybe even trying to bait the likes of Moscow5 out. Alex Itch in that bush, and so's Diamond Proxy. Is going to put that ward down, so vision of that ward is now open. Lee Sin is still weighing around. Kog'Maw and Nunu here as well. Yorick going to make his way down. Shen making his way across as well. Wall comes out. Beautiful wall from Froggen. Completely denying the runaway from Kog'Maw right there. And now they're going to go on towards the other players. And Corsair has to get the hell out of there. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to escape. If he does, then I will give him a kiss. But I don't think it's really going to happen. No, Froggen will get that kill. And now Wicked is going to go on towards that Moscow5 team. And the rest of the team is creeping up. Beautiful stuff right there, Leona. But the flash from Diamond Prox to get away. And then Diamond jumping on towards Alex. Great stuff to get away there. But here comes Darian, and they are going to start this Dragon off. Darian is trying to maybe go for a steal of some kind here, just trying to stay around. Alex Itch is there as well, mocking shout, and here comes Alex going straight in towards Yellow Pete. Dragon has not got yet. Diamond Prox does go down. Froggen with the kill. Alex very low as well, going to try and get out. Flashes over, but Froggen is right there. Yellow Pete falls, and now Alex is still alive. How is he alive? That is the question. Darian is going to go on towards Froggen now. Genja with the flash over. Can Genja make something happen for his team? Is the answer going to be yes? Is it going to be no? Crepo very low. Crepo actually getting a kill. Tryndamere falls as well. Alex goes down. Leona going to fall. Yorick with that kill. Ice Blast coming out. Corsair with the ultimate. Not doing a great deal though. Now Wicked and Snoopy all alone as Froggen has gone in towards that passive. But he's going to respawn with Authority. And Genja has and will probably drop right about now, and Froggen is going to come around the corner. Wicked will pick that one up, and what looked like a very silent first half of this game, an eruption has come, and 8 kills to 2. Wow.
You know, Enzi, that all started from a Froggen wall near that dragon. It stopped Kog'Maw. As soon as Kog'Maw was down, the upper hand was in CLG's favour, picking up the dragon, taking down players left, right and centre. And I think Kog'Maw, you know, Genja tried to flash through the wall there to help out, I believe it was Nunu, and it just really backfired on him. He flashed through suddenly in a 2 versus 4, and he must have been like, uh-oh, that was a mistake. I'm probably going to die. Exactly what happened. 8-2, massive gold advantage coming in the hands now of CLG. 4.1k in it after 18 minutes 20. Looking incredibly strong here, and you have to look as well. I mean, and see Corki 142 creep score to Kog'Maw's 107. That is a big difference at bot lane.
Absolutely, a very big difference indeed. But Vince, that is one of the longest fights I've actually seen under a dragon for a very long time. So yeah, it was just all out very long. I did actually miss that. Bot lane Genja has gone down here, as Wicked looks to have helped out his teammate there. So another kill going in favour of CLG.eu, and they are going to be pushing this tower right now. Corsair has to be careful. He is just going to back away. He is going to avoid being killed. As Crepo, maybe... No, he wasn't going to go straight in and try and that stun. So another kill getting exchanged. Kog'Maw goes down. Kog'Maw currently 0-5. As Corki is definitely taking advantage of this early game situation.
They're absolutely decimating Genja right now. He's level 8 and Corki level 11. Big difference. And I only may miss that one, Enzi. Basically, the solar flare landed from Leona, and from there on in, it was an easy kill. Shen also ulting down there to make sure the kill was confirmed. Here's Tryndamere, though, in a precarious position. Twisted Advance has been used. He's going to try his best to fly away there with the spin, but he's getting so heavily tagged up from pretty much everybody on the CLG team. Does manage to escape with about 2 bars of health remaining, and he is just going to go onto those raids, probably get his life back fairly quickly, and that mid tower is going to be falling. So gold starting to escalate out of control in the hands of CLG. Remember, they have came through the upper brackets. They just need to win one best of 3 to claim the $6,000 prize. Hold that thought, though. For a second, I thought Snoopy and Tryndamere would have come head to head, but not to be the case, and they're actually going to go top lane instead. Darian is in a really sticky situation. I can't see how he's going to escape this here. You've got Leona, you've got Maokai, who has just twisted advance. Shen as well. Big damage coming in from Anivia. I think he's going to try and turn and fight and take down Anivia, but he should be falling any second now. Indeed, he will. Tryndamere thought for a couple seconds whether to try and help his teammate out, opting to go back again, but he could now find himself in the firing range. Shen and also Maokai coming underneath that tower. The taunt just missing from Wicked. Had that have landed, I'm sure it would have been a kill, and you are now going to see those two, Wicked and Snoopy, pulling themselves back. Don't want to give away any needless deaths. Anivia going back into the fray again though, landing the Flash Frost and the ultimate. Here comes the twisted advance from Maokai. Solar Flare as well, landing on both of those enemy players from Moscow5, and they're both going to go down shortly. Lee Sin has already been dropped. The ultimate pop from Tryndamere, he's going to get dropped as well any second now. There you go from Wicked. 12-2, CLG, so strong. And in amongst all that, Corki goes and rubs salt in the wounds, taking down Gosu Pepper at the bot lane. Such strong play from CLG.
Well, to be honest, Vince, they were in a very sticky situation. Only a tissue would get them out. They didn't have any tissues. They completely were out. And CLG.eu, so strong. 13 kills to 2 now. That gold difference is going to go up and up and up. Nearly 10k gold difference, currently on about 8 to 9k. So really nice stuff from CLG. Really working as a unit and just executing plays left, right and centre. Great stuff.
And we're going to see actually Kog'Maw getting caught out with the Zenith Blade. And thought for a second maybe there was going to be some follow-up action, but Corki was actually going for the recall just a bit further down there towards CLG's towers. So it wasn't going to be kicking off, just Leona putting down some harassment. But you have to say, you know, NC, even though they're 13-2 behind, you've still got Tryndamere with 160 creep score. You've still got Yorick with 160 creep score. They can pull this one back. Moscow5 is such a resilient bunch of players. They can manage to take this one home still. So I'm not going to count them out just yet, but right now it's looking bleak at best, but there is a slight glimmer of hope at the end of that tunnel. The question is, can they start to pick up some kills? Tryndamere is going to try and do just that. Alex, realising he's overextended, does manage to spin away and also spin to safety. And in amongst all of that, actually, Yorick is going to be very aggressive at that top lane. And it doesn't seem like he's going to get punished for that, but still, CLG are occupying the mid with Corki at bot.
Absolutely, Anivia just laying some pressure down on towards Tryndamere here, but yeah, completely agree with you. I'm not going to count them out yet, although the bigger the lead goes, obviously the lesser the chance they have. And again, Kog'Maw is going to die, missed that one. Yellow P going to dive out the way from that passive, and now Crepper going straight in on towards Alex. Alex is going to spin away. Snoopy tried the snare as well, but Snoopy now in a bad position. Gosu Pepper popped that ultimate, the wall comes down. Diamond Prox has to get out of there, stun lands. Creppo now has to escape as he's very low. Snoopy will finish off Diamond. Gosu goes down. CLG are going to take this one surely, as Alex is going to bash way up towards Wicked, but the reply coming in from Frogman right now. Alex very low, but ultimate's pop. Can Alex get away? He looks like he can, but Corki out of nowhere. Yellow P will drop Tryndamere, and CLG with yet another bunch of kills to finish Moscow5 off. And while all that happens, Darian is at top lane pushing them towers back, but Leona is now there. Corki is now there. Will they decide to chase Darian down? Darian is going to recall. Great stuff from CLG. Amazing.
Yeah, but even though they picked up the kills, NZ, you know, it wasn't completely one-sided. As you said, Yorick managed to pick up that second tower. Now all they need to do is push this mid, and they're going to have some nice map control around that area, around the opposition jungle. The downside, of course, is that they're very far behind on gold, far behind on kills as well. But towers, relatively even. Let's have a quick look at some of these items that have been built up. So, you got Anivia with Randuin's Omen. Really good item there from her. Once she pops down the wall, she can pop the Randuin's Omen as well. So difficult for the enemy to get away. Has the Archangel Staff alongside the Blasting One and the Chalice of Harmony. You're also going to have Shed with the Randuin's Omen, so they really want to make sure the likes of a Kog'Maw cannot escape. As soon as they're in the close claustrophobic situations, it's going to be so difficult to actually pull back. You've got Corki with the Trinity Force as we're expecting, and you're also going to have Maokai very tanky. Hold that thought though, going to have another team fight kicking off. Zenith Blade has been used there from Leona. Solar Flare as well, and this is what I'm talking about with the movement speed getting completely reduced. Alex could not escape there. So smart from CLG, wanting to eradicate that problem of the hyper carry that is Tryndamere, and so far Tryndamere has not been playing a big pivotal role in this game. This could be a Baron as well. Beautiful wall coming and stopping Nunu in his tracks. Baron on less than half HP right now. All 5 CLG players are starting to nuke this one down. And Nivea has opted to go towards the top though. Corki's now going to jump over the Valkyrie. They could be picking up some kills. Beautiful center play coming out left from Leona. And now an absolute zero from Nunu's going to do all kinds of damage. In fact, it doesn't do anything whatsoever. And Lucy Pepper forced to pass through the wall. Somehow no players have dropped apart from Tryndamere. Make that 2 now as Lee Sin has bit the dust finally. And I think they're going to go back onto the Baron once again. And see Yorick is lurking around at the top there. But I don't think he's going to be able to do too much. He's trying to harass Leona. And here comes Corki, Valkyrieing over once again. Big damage from Leona and Corki as well. Ultimate has been popped from Yorick. Can he pick up any kills here? He's going to try his best, but Shen is going to ultimate onto Leona. Beautiful play there, and Anivia will finish it up nicely. But this may have bought Moscow5 sometime in the form of Alex to actually push down towards this Baron. He's in a 1v5 situation now. If he starts to push on there, I don't fancy his chances, and it appears that he doesn't either, as instead he is just going to farm the mid. So that is going to be a Baron to CLG, who are strong to start off with. I'm starting to feel that Moscow5 can't pull its back, but having said that, Cogmore's going to go and take the bot lane.
Yeah, Cogmore is going to take advantage of this and farm that bot lane up, and he's going to push this tower forward. This is exactly what we saw Yorick doing right now. Alex H has been spotted, ping's going away. Alex has to get out of there, otherwise he could be dead. He's actually going to spin straight over the wall. Pings are coming in, but Wicked is there. Hello, Tryndamere, I am here, and I'm going to try the kill, and Froggen's on the other side. Howdy, as Alex is going to have to get out of there. It's not going to happen, surely not, as minions were surrounding just to watch the death. Sad times.
Just to get front row seats to that death, indeed. Is yeah, Alex 051, 185 creep score, so we're not doing too bad on that front, but the death is definitely going to make him a sad panda. In the meantime, Diamond is going to try and pick up this dragon, soloing it on about a quarter HP or so. And CLG are going to take this opportunity to just push mid. Alex is down for another 15 seconds. They're going to know what the deal is. And they're now going to be taking that tower down with complete ease. Corki's now going to come here onto Lee Sin. Look at this damage that he's outputting. That's a very dead Diamond right there. Corki, using the game brain, was like, where is Lee Sin at? He's probably taking Dragon. Goes down, Solar Flare landing onto Cogmore. His woes continue. Genja is surely going to fall for the seventh time. Yes, you heard that right. He's died 7 times so far in this game. After 27 minutes, he's been so focused down that bot lane. And in these team fights as well, there's just absolutely nothing he can do with the double Randuin's Omen build that CLG are outputting. They're going to be picking up this mid inhib as well. Nice taunt coming in from Shen. Going to try and finish off the likes of Yorick. And also, the Tryndamere, Nunu has gone down in amongst all the action from Corki, and now it looks like it's going to be Yorick that's going to fall. Indeed, he will from Anivia. Is Tryndamere going to follow suit? Yes, he will from Shen of all people, and that is going to be the GG, surely, as CLG will push this Nexus down with complete ease. Beautiful game.
What a confident start we see from CLG.eu right now. They have one more map to get, and they will be crowned winners of the Corsair Vengeance Cup. Although, if Moscow5 manage to get these next 2 games on the trot, then we're going to see a second best-of-3 series. So CLG.eu will take game number 1. Vince, who's going to be taking game number 2? I don't know.
Oh man, I wouldn't even like to guess, but from that performance, 26-2. That's the worst I've ever seen Moscow5 get beaten, I'll put it that way. So CLG looking very confident, looking very strong indeed, and I think they may actually end up taking this on. I did say before I thought Moscow5 would win, but off that basis that I just saw right there, CLG so strong. We have got invites to game number 2, guys, so hopefully we'll be ready to go live very shortly. But Enzi, you know, it's been over a month and a half of us casting the Corsair Vengeance Cup. It's been awesome to do this, and I'm really hoping that this final is going to live up to the hype, because it deserves it.
Well, I hope so too, but we will find out straight after this break, guys. Do not go anywhere. Game number 2, CLG.eu up against Moscow5. Who is going to take it?